So Sega, in collaboration with IGN, released 14 minutes of gameplay back to back 2 days in a row. The first day, they dropped 7 minutes of gameplay, just kind of exploring the world, traversing, showing the speed or rather lack thereof, and some platforming. And then the second day, they dropped another 7 minute trailer, or not trailer, but gameplay demo, basically showcasing the combat in Sonic Frontiers. And boy, oh boy, the internet had backlash, man, to the point where Sonic Frontiers was actually trending on Twitter, and the reason being is because people feel like the game is unpolished, it's not ready. Hashtag delay Sonic Frontiers was trending on Twitter because people were not happy with what they saw. Currently, the trailer, it's getting a lot of hate in the comment section. How are we feeling about this, Ethos? Sonic Frontiers gameplay.
It looks like it's still in the oven, doesn't look finished. There's a lot of very like wonky stuff in the game. So yeah, for me, I don't think it's like terrible, like the worst shit I've ever seen in my life, but I get the complaints. A lot of it seems very valid. So
what about you, Jay?
I'm like still surprised that people are like super diehard Sonic fans, but I guess after the first movie, and the whole thing about Ugly Sonic, and everybody going in on that game so much that they ended up changing the design of Sonic. I guess I should have known that they would still be like this. Like, it's actually pretty ridiculous how many videos got made about it. I saw the first video that IGN posted, and I was like, okay, like, all right, it like, Sonic is not going as fast, and I think one of the main complaints people had was just momentum. Like, people just want Sonic to just go fast, like literally just Sonic go fast and then nothing else. So people were just like nitpicking every single, like they were literally breaking down this trailer like so crazy. And I was just like, wow. I didn't really see anything. Yeah, you were one of them, yeah. I didn't really see too much wrong with the first trailer when he was, when Sonic was just traversing. I'm like, okay, like it's definitely moments where, they were going fast, but I guess just not fast enough. Like, people want Sonic to go fast and continue to go fast. And if there's any stoppage in the traversing, then it's not going to be a good game for them. So I think that was the main problem that people had with that. And then we got to the combat. And I will admit, the combat part, I was just like, yeah, like, because I think definitely in the combat portions, there should be little to no slowdown. And I think like they were trying to make Sonic a little bit more technical when it came to the enemies that we saw there. So I can understand like why people were mad at that. And just overall, it just looks like what Ito said, like the game just isn't done. So I'm not going to, obviously have, put full judgment on what we saw, but I can understand why, the Sonic fans were upset. But it's just crazy, like, how mad they were. Like, I can understand to be mad, but they were super mad. Like, how you get mad to the point where, you're starting the campaign to delay the game. It's not even done yet. You're saying delay it even further? That's crazy.
Well, we've always known Sonic fans are passionate. And look at it from like a Sonic fan point, like a Sonic fan's point. The movie just came out. It did great. It feels like Sonic's really like in a good place. And then he had that surprise guest appearance in the Chippendale Rescue Rangers. People really loved that, even if it was like a comedic take on everything with the ugly Sonic. Like, Sonic is in a good place when it comes to public perception, because we all know he wasn't when he was doing that Werehog shit and whatever, all the mother damn trash ass games that he came out. It was a dark age. Sonic Boom, that was a dark age. It was like a 5 back-to-back bad Sonic games. So it was like, I think Sonic fans are looking at it like his public image has been restored. He's the champion. And then they dropped this gameplay and it kind of messed the momentum up. And I actually, I disagree with you. Like, I completely understand. Not to the point where like I'm gonna write dissertations and shit like that and like threaten developers, because all that shit is corny. But like, I understand why they're mad, because like I'm not the biggest Sonic fan. But from a mechanical standpoint, this game looks horrible right now. And here's why. So it's to the point where like people are like, yo, you should be a game developer. So the opening trailer, right? The game is called Sonic, and it's about running fast. In the opening trailer, they start with this nigga climbing like a jungle gym or something like that. It's not that it was just slow. It was the fact that they showed platforming. Like, is this a Mario game? Like, there's platforming in Sonic, but it's like, it's not to the level of like the precision with Mario. So like, they start off with him climbing some jungle gym, and then the platforming is slow, it's clunky, it's unresponsible. So that's strike number one. They could have shown that, but like, why did you open up with that? Strike number two, when he was exploring the world, it's the fact that it was empty too, right? And then you would think that this open world would make Sonic faster because he has nothing holding him back, but then it's empty. There's got to be like some NPCs that can give him missions or something like that. It needed to have something in the world for people to feel like it was alive. And then also the mission structure. What's the mission structure? This motherfucker's just grinding on whales and shit like that. I think would have been cool to show them, and I talked about it in my video, is it would have been cool to show them something like a mission where like he runs up to like, I don't know, Cream or one of the other characters from Sonic, and she needs a mission. She's like, oh no, my village is in trouble. The water pipe's busted, right? And be like, I need you to fix them, Sonic. So then you got to figure out how to fix the fucking water pipes, right? You could have this nigga, the same shit they showed where he was grinding on the rail in the open world. You could have had him run to the location and do some type of grinding puzzle where he knocks the pipes in place and it fixes the villagers. If you want to do this open, you have to do things that complement his kit and make sense for an open world. They didn't show any of that in the gameplay. The combat looked boring as hell. Like he was just like running in circles and then going, and I'm just like, some of the little punching moves looked cool, and like he was doing like the multi punches. I thought that looked kind of cool. But then also when they slowed him down, it didn't make sense. Like they had this motherfucker doing puzzles and shit like that. I'm like, what the hell is this shit, bruh? It would have made more sense if they put Tails in the game. They should have put Tails and Knuckles in the game. And the moments where there are puzzles, let Tails do them because he's the smart one of the bunch. It's kind of like Sonic, what's the Sonic Heroes? Yeah, and then have Knuckles do something for like his power or whatever. Just like, I think these trailers would have really benefited from having a game developer break down what was the design choice behind everything that they were doing, because what they were showing was very bleak and it didn't make sense in the context of Sonic's kit. And then on top of that, there were no NPCs. There were barely any enemies. The ones that they did showcase, they had very similar attack patterns. Just wait for him to stand up, then attack his legs. Like it looked like a tech demo that they had just started working on this year. And like it looks like it needs a couple years in the oven. I wasn't impressed.
Are you sure that you're not an undercover Sonic fan? You definitely went deep into it. For me, I don't feel like.
Hey, but go back and think about what I said. Like, yeah, that kind of. And then on top of that, the shit just looks ashy. To be honest, like it's not very a vibrant open world. It's just like, why are we here? They could have briefly said. They didn't have to spoil anything. I think a game like this is the first open world Sonic game. I think it needed some context to why he was doing what he was doing. Why it looked like what they did is like, you guys remember those level designers like in Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Yes,
that's what it looked like. It looked like they just took a bunch of assets and threw it on the screen and said, oh look, open world Sonic.
Well, yeah, I do agree with you on that portion. Maybe the way that they gave this exclusive to IGN and like just had them show like just 2 different videos on it with no developer commentary, no nothing, like just the game. I think that probably was not the best way to roll this out. And honestly, it just looks like a tech demo. And it clearly wasn't ready. Like, we know that this game is not ready. But we just don't know, how far out that it's truly going to be. So maybe they do need to delay it, or like you said, like maybe just come back and explain what's going on. Why is Sonic here? What's going on? Why is this island or wherever the hell that he's at? Like, why is it just so bleak with nobody there? Yeah, they just need a better time to explain it. And this is why a lot of games just end up like, if you're not truly ready to show it, and then you come out with something like this, it really just gives a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and they're already like not on board. And then if you end up showing something else, it's going to be extremely hard to get the people back on your side. Like, they're like, okay, like, all right, we hear you. Now we're going to come out with this and, this new trailer, like 6 months down the line or a year down the line, and actually explain what's going on. Like, the people already shitted on it. So like for the average person, like if they saw a video back then and they were like, oh man, this game is bad, then they're not going to even try to follow up and look at it. So I just hope that they can recover from this, because obviously I want a good Sonic Adventure-esque type game, and like you said, the previous like 5 Sonic games that came out were pretty bad. So we'll see what happens with this, but I hope that I hope that this isn't the end already for Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, I seen the fan base were saying this looks like Sonic 06, and I'm like, that's not a good look, bro. You don't want your fans saying that, especially because they're coming off of that last Sonic game was bad too. What was the name of that? The one where you could customize your character, customize characters. I don't know this shit. It doesn't help that the Sonic Forces, that one wasn't good. I think the last Sonic game I really enjoyed was Sonic Generations. Did y'all play that one?
No, I think the last like the last Sonic Adventure type game I played was probably Sonic Adventure 2. I don't think I played any other Sonic game that was in the full 3D format after Sonic Adventure 2.
I think it's salvageable though. I think they should do exactly what they did with the Sonic movie. People forget, Ugly Sonic. People complained. They disappeared for a year, and they came back, and it was like, all right, well, what do you guys think? And then everybody loved it. I think their best bet is they're gonna have to eat this L and just keep their head low and just revamp the game. Read the forums, read Twitter, look at the feedback people were providing. And make the proper adjustments and then come back with something better. But like the worst thing they can do right now is show more of what they just showed us. If they continue to do that, I think that the court of public opinion is going to destroy this game before it even comes out. And at this day and age, you got to come out correctly because there's so much media to consume between games, TV, music, movies. Something new is coming out every day. So competition is stiff. I think they should just disappear and come back with a different trailer.